our team has such a special connection to the Senior Bowl. It's played in our home stadium. Our players dream about their last game being played with a South Alabama helmet and a Senior Bowl jersey. And so when young men come here out of high school, come here from the transfer portal, develop and get a chance to live out their dream in this game, it's really special. It helps in our community. It helps in recruiting. It's great publicity for us, not just to have the game here, but to have our players competing against the best in the country. And so it's a really special opportunity for our guys. We are certainly not done in recruiting, but this was another great staple. We kind of went into January recruiting with the idea of we're going to add value to our team. So if there was a player that we could add value, we were certainly going to do that. We felt like we hit a home run with P.J. Martin, a guy that, there's going to be more P.J. Martins out there. Developed his senior year, grew an inch, had a great senior season, and a lot of teams were already on their running back, and typically you only take maybe one or two of those a year. There's not a lot of spots out there, and we were really fortunate to stay very patient and to find a guy. I think in some ways we're out recruiting people, and in other ways we're out evaluating people, and he was certainly an evaluation take that I think is going to pay off huge. You look at a guy like P.J. Martin, right, that's a developmental player, had a great senior season, and then the other way that we want to recruit, right, is to bring the best players in Mobile back to play for South Alabama. LaDarian Craig, to have Hollywood right back here, went to South Carolina, played at Mississippi Gulf Coast, and right here from Baker High School. I mean, literally lives across the street, is come back and play for his hometown team. And so when you can do that, you can add value from the high school market, and then take some of the best players out of the transfer portal that are from this area. I think that's the recipe for sustained success on this program. When you look at our team and what we've been able to do in recruiting, certainly, the success on the field this past year has helped tremendously, but we are improving in the quality of player that we've been able to take. The body types and frames and knowing everything there is to know about a young high school player. I think that's the name of the game right now, out evaluating people. And then from a transfer standpoint, right, getting a young man that at the end of the day wants to play the game and has a very high skill set, and maybe took that opportunity at a Power 5 level and didn't quite work out. But the quality of talent and also the quality of character that I feel like we're bringing in this program is at a really high level right now. I think it's the dream that I envision for this program, right? To have the best players both out of high school and from the transfer portal that come back to represent their city at Mobile's football team, right? And so when you see those guys that this is the class, really the first time where these guys grew up knowing about South Alabama football at the FBS level. And from here on out, right, we're going to be able to reap the benefit and the reward of a guy in the 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, right, that grew up knowing about South Alabama football. And what I hope is, as we continue to sustain success, that some of these young men, right, they dream about playing for South Alabama football moving forward. And so that's the hope. I think our best days are ahead of us because of that, as we continue to capture this city, as we engage this city, and become more and more Mobile's football team, that you're going to see the best players in Mobile that choose to stay home on the front end, and then certainly, a few of them are going to come back from the transfer portal. We have moved from a position of casting a vision of what we can be to now what we are, right? You no longer, are having conversations about a guy coming in and having to carry the weight and the load of being our number one tailback coming out of high school, those types of things, and you never have those conversations, but at the same time, you want to make sure that these guys understand they are coming to a good football team where they can add value. They're around good people that are doing it the right way. And so, for us, that on-field success just makes it a little bit easier for the next class. It's less vision and more reality that you're selling, and that's a good place to be.